Spirit of Halloween presents Grace. The Stone Sailor Keyboard Capo Costume, Pizzaverse exclusive. Introducing the Keyboard Capo, the costume for every guy who thinks banging on a desk is the same as banging in the streets. Includes a plastic microphone for interrupting guests mid-sentence. A folding chair you never leave. Built-in Wi-Fi rage so you can yell at strangers from the safety of your mom's basement. Features: auto mute whenever someone asks, "What have you actually done?" 4K webcam for capturing every meaningless rant. "I'm not mad, you're mad" mode activates automatically when proven wrong. He talks like Tony Soprano, but moves like Tony Danza. Bonus edition comes with invisible street cred and a chat full of yes men who type "facts bro" every time he breathes. So this Halloween, if you want to dress up like a guy who acts tough online but hides when the Wi-Fi drops, grab yourself the Keyboard Capo costume. Because nothing says scary like a man whose only muscle is his caps lock key. From Bambi Palermo and the Pizzaverse, where the sauce is real but the tough guys ain't.
Mugs, what the fuck you doing in there, you prick?
Dedicated to all the victims. Analyzing Evil, The Stoned Sailor, The Psychology of Digital Predation. A Bambi's Twisted Tales and Pizzaverse Studios original psychological documentary. Written by Bambi Palermo, produced by Vincent DiPrio. The Mask of the Marine. Visual: static noise fades into slow footage of crashing waves, Navy imagery, then distorted screenshots of online chaos, comment threads, threats, insults. The sound of typing echoes like footsteps. They call him the Stoned Sailor. A man who built an image out of discipline, authority, and swagger, but behind the uniform, behind the talk of loyalty and code, lies something darker. This isn't a story about a soldier. It's a story about what happens when ego meets power in a place with no accountability. When someone uses service as armor and intimidation as entertainment. He's not a villain 'cause he wears a uniform. He's a villain 'cause he weaponized it. Welcome to Analyzing Evil, The Stoned Sailor, The Psychology of Digital Predation. The digital battleground. The internet's supposed to be connection. But for people like the Stoned Sailor, it's combat. He treats the online world like a war zone. Every disagreement becomes an enemy engagement, every comment a target. Psychologists call this disinhibition theory. When people go online, anonymity lowers empathy, and suppressed aggression finds a stage. What's whispered in private now gets broadcast to thousands, and men like him, they thrive on it. They feed off the chaos. They mistake cruelty for confidence. But underneath that performance is fear. Fear of irrelevance, fear of weakness, fear of losing control. And fear dressed as aggression is the most dangerous kind. The uniform complex. This one's important. The Stoned Sailor's identity was built on power, a military man, a voice of authority. But somewhere along the way, that uniform became a mask. In psychology, that's called role fusion. When who you are and what you were trained to be become inseparable. So when the structure's gone, the ego panics. He ain't just a man anymore, he's an idea he's trying to defend. That's why he lashes out. Every challenge feels like betrayal. Every criticism feels like mutiny. He confuses respect with obedience. And when obedience fades, he reaches for control, not through discipline, but domination. The Predator's Playbook. Bullies all run the same playbook, just different uniforms. First comes the intimidation, then the dehumanization, then the justification. He mocks, threatens, and humiliates others, not because he's strong, but because he's empty. That's projection. Psychologists say we attack in others what we can't face in ourselves. So if he feels powerless, he seeks someone to overpower. If he feels small, he finds someone smaller to belittle. It's not confidence, it's compensation. What you're watching ain't dominance. It's dysfunction dressed as toughness. People like the stoned sailor can't survive silence. They need an audience because without one, the illusion dies. The language of control. Words are weapons, and he knows it. Threats, slurs, violent fantasies, all designed to do one thing: remind others that he controls the tone. But that's not power, that's psychological coercion. The illusion that fear equals respect. In behavioral psychology, this is called dominance signaling. It's the same mechanism found in cult leaders, mob bosses, even playground bullies. They create fear, then pretend to be the only ones who can end it. That's not leadership, that's pathology. That's the dark triad in motion: narcissism, Machiavellian manipulation, and psychopathy, a cocktail of charm, deceit, and cruelty wrapped in false moral authority. He claims to protect, but his words expose him, a man addicted to control, not conviction. The cult of destruction. Bullies never operate alone. They build echo chambers. They find allies who feed the fire, enablers who mistake cruelty for camaraderie. Together they form a collective delusion, a group identity built on shared hate instead of shared humanity. In social psychology, it's called group polarization, like minds magnify like madness. They egg each other on, daring each other to cross lines that decent people don't even approach. That's how trash talk becomes threats. That's how entertainment becomes harassment. That's how evil spreads quietly, digitally, and always with laughter in the background. The stoned sailor ain't the first, and he won't be the last, but he's a case study in how digital cruelty disguises itself as personality. The man behind the mask. So what really drives him? Beneath the bluster, beneath the violence, what's left? Psychologists might call it narcissistic injury, the fragile ego behind the grand performance. Every insult he throws is a confession. Every threat is a projection. Every doxing is desperation. He's not protecting his pride, he's protecting the wound underneath. Because men who feel secure don't destroy others to feel taller. They build peace, not fear. His evil ain't theatrical, it's psychological, the kind that hides behind excuses, titles, and trauma, but reveals itself through patterns, control, contempt, and cowardice. The lesson of the storm. At the end of the day, the internet don't create monsters, it reveals them. The stoned sailor found an audience that let him stay broken instead of challenging him to heal. And that's the tragedy of it. The man who could have led became the man who destroys. He's not the sailor anymore, he's the storm. But storms don't last. Eventually every wave hits the shore, and every echo fades. That's when the truth stands alone, and the truth is, power built on fear always sinks itself. The psychology of digital evil. Evil don't always wear horns. Sometimes it wears a headset and calls it content. But the mind behind it follows the same blueprint: ego, emptiness, and the hunger for control. And when you mix those with a digital audience, you don't get leadership, you get chaos. That's the legacy of the stoned sailor, a warning about how far people will go when the crowd cheers for cruelty. This has been Analyzing Evil, the Stoned Sailor, the Psychology of Digital Predation. A Bambi's Twisted Tales and Pizzaverse Studios original documentary, written by Bambi Palermo, produced by Vincent DiPrio. At Pizzaverse Studios, we don't just expose monsters, we analyze the minds that make them. We explore how power turns to poison and how empathy still stands as the cure. If this story hit home, subscribe, share, and join the conversation. Because around here, we don't chase clout. We chase clarity. And we don't run from evil. We learn from it. And remember, the loudest in the room ain't the strongest. This has been a Pizzaverse Studios production. Thanks for watching.
Is advised.
Next battle I lead, I know these 5 Marines, they just got out of boot camp. I'll let them lead a gangbang on Brittany. That's the next battle I'll lead. Next battle I lead, I know these 5 Marines, they just got out of boot camp. I'll let them lead a gangbang on Brittany. That's the next battle I'll lead.
Today I decided to not give you bitches a second of time for the rest of my life. I'll be goddamned if I put in the work and I don't get the credit to fucking suffice. I've been too humble too much in my life, cutting them off so I'm measuring twice. Cause this time I mean it, I'm still fucking bleeding. Bitch, there was better way to hand me the knife. Like boy, little Snowy, Bodie is on me. Half of these idiots dumb as a brick. Swear I won't use it when all up on YouTube. I aim with the 45 fucking intense. Imagine if my soul and whip with a 10. Imagine if I finally wanted to quit. Imagine if this industry took the life out of bitch and all I got is fucking revenge. Who would I ride on if I'm about to call it? I think my fans know a couple of names. I know some 5-figure checks that I've written and can't say a word cause I bitch NDA. Call on my lawyers cause I keep them paid, but this ain't some shit that my lawyers could save. Cause if I do go out, I'm going out strong and I'll leave y'all a note with the key to the safe. That all of the friends that I lost that was talking shit all on the net, all of apologize, all of them know that I fucking invented them, never forget. I never went out in public to vent, I know exactly what I represent. And any little bitch that was that quick to switch up, all of you deserve what the fuck you gon' get. How does it feel when you look at your fans and you know that you'll lose them if I ever talk? If I ever pull up receipts or some video, shorty, I bet you piss in your drawers. All you little bitch ass, silly never shit ass, fickle ass, flip flop, blind ass hoe. You should thank God with like every breath that I ain't talk my shit cause I stuck to the code. But ain't I hit you up directly, tell you that you best be treading real carefully, bitch. Bitch, don't you forget we still got a debt. See, I'ma collect my shit. If you got a question, I got an answer. Ain't I keep the same line? All that boo-hoo shit on the net was a clout chase. Them lives are so tired. Yo, I just noticed everybody that don't fuck with me fucks with each other. It's like a fucking union of dumbass people. Hey, but I'm coming back for my money though, I'm not playing, bitch.